Hi, my darlings. It's Jackie and Jackie's Cooking. And today, my loves, we have something so good for you. These ribs, let me tell you, these ribs right here, they are so delicious. They fall off the bone. The bone is so soft you can even eat that. Let me tell you something. Either you're going to slap somebody or someone's going to slap you. That's how good they are. And I'm not just saying that to brag about it. So follow this recipe with me. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. And don't forget to press that notification bell so you can get weekly updates on all of my delicious recipes. And don't forget to like and share and let everybody know Jackie's cooking. Okay, guys, so here are our, you hear me? I'm starting already. Here are our ingredients. Excuse me, guys. We have some ribs right here, some nice pork ribs. I think this was about close to 5 pounds of some nice pork ribs. We have some paprika. We have some Sazon. Some chicken bouillon seasoning. We have some mojo, which is, you could find that in the international section of your supermarket. We have some green seasoning. I have the video for that. This is so delicious, guys. I can't live without it. And you're going to see me using this a lot, especially in a lot of Haitian/Latin American cuisine, okay? We have some brown sugar. Some black pepper. And we can't forget the vinegar. And I have a lime in there too. And we're going to see what we're going to do with that right up next. Okay, so guys, let's get to work. So we're going to take these ribs, okay, these delicious St. Louis pork ribs out of the bag. And what we want to do before anything else, I want to clean my pork. I don't know about anybody else, but I like to clean my meats. It's just a habit. It's the way I was raised. Okay, there's a saying where, oh, you don't have to clean it because once you put it on in the stove or on the whatever heating technique you're using, you're killing the bacteria. No, I don't think so. We're going to clean this bad boy. All right, so right now we're going to trim off some of that fat. Mind you, fat on ribs, pork, or beef is good. Okay, it is good, but I felt that it was a little too much of it on there, so I'm trimming some of it off. Okay, and don't be afraid to inspect your meat, you know, smell it, you know, smell to see how fresh it is. Look at it, look for anything that might not look right to you. You know, it's supposed to have like a nice, bright color. And again, guys, the recipe will be in the description box below. Okay, so we got our meat here. I had to rinse it off, but that was just the cleaning process. So, you know, there's more with that. I just want to go ahead and inspect it and trim off some fat. There's a membrane that's usually in the back, and you could usually see it. It's like a thin membrane that I like to take off. You don't have to, but the reason why I do, I find that as the meat starts to cook, the membrane will start to shrink, and for some reason, the ribs will start to curl. I don't know if a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about, but it's my prerogative. I just like to take it off, okay? But as you can see, you could just start at the corner, and it looks just like that, like a nice thin sheet. See how, and it comes off pretty easily too. Okay, Okay, I'm just, fine right here, and I'm sticking my finger on it just to loosen it and to pull it right off. Okay, and I'm just pulling it off. It's pretty easy, as you can see. Okay, just going through it and picking off anything that I just don't want on my ribs. Okay, so that's some extra fat. Like I said before, fat is good because it keeps the meat moist. Okay, it is, but I just felt there was an excessive amount of it, so I'm kind of taking a layer of that fat off. I think this is like about close to 5 pounds of ribs. Okay, so any cut you see me doing is just getting off that excess fat. Okay. Just checking it, and as I'm talking to you guys, I am so hot up in my house right now. It's not even a joke. I'm just fanning myself right now. Okay, so this is my friend, and her name is Vinegar. Okay, so what she does is that she's acidic, and it will help clean the pork and remove any type of bacteria, what have you. Okay, and I also have a lime, so I'm using it as like some kind of a scrubbing, like some kind of a scrub or something like that, and giving it like a bath. If you watch any of my other previous videos with meats, you'll see that I pretty much use the same technique, and it just lets you know that your meat will be nice and clean before you eat it. See how I'm doing? I'm just taking a piece of lime, lemon, what have you, and just, doing that. So guys, I had a little camera malfunction. Thank God I caught it in time. But I had already put on my brown sugar, my black pepper. We're gonna add our Sazon. And guys, what I'm doing here, I'm doing everything individually, and the reason why was because I had to figure out how much of what I needed of what. So basically with your dry ingredients, we're gonna put on some paprika. Basically what you're gonna do, you're gonna take all your dry ingredients and mix them together, so you won't have to do all that, because I'm giving you the measurements below. So we're adding our paprika, we have our brown sugar, our black pepper. I gave you a basic amount for black pepper, but if you want to add more, go ahead. If you don't want too much black pepper, it's your choice. Okay. I'm adding some chicken bouillon seasoning. Now we're going to add our mojo. You could find this in your international section in the supermarket. It's a liquid condiment. It has orange, all kinds of other spices and so forth. But if you can't find that, you could just mix orange juice from a freshly squeezed orange, which is better, and from a lemon or a lime, and you could use that as a base. Okay, so now we're going to add our green seasoning. Like I said, my green seasoning recipe is in my is in one of the videos. I did a video on this, and this green seasoning, I just went tongue-tied for a minute. This green seasoning, has everything. It has garlic, it has cilantro, it has parsley, it has onion, it has scallion, it has bell pepper. And everybody, in Latin America do it kind of different. Haiti is, even though it's a black republic, but it is part of Latin America. This green seasoning may be done differently from household to household, but once you learn how to do it, you can add whatever you want to do to it. And whenever you need to cook with it, you take it out. So we're going to add some more sazon. And as you can see, I'm using my hands. My hands are nice and clean. I've been told I have an accent. I don't think so, because I was born here, but So some words sometimes might sound like, I'm like, why did I say it like that? But anyway, we're adding our chicken seasoning. And guys, I'm using my hands because, first of all, they're nice and clean. Make sure your hands are well cleaned. And I feel like I could get more in tune with the meat. If you want to put on some gloves, go ahead. All right. And I'm just massaging all the spices into this meat. I want this to be well penetrated. Okay, I want all those flavors and seasonings to penetrate that meat. Okay, so I'm adding some more mojo. And we're massaging it in. Of course, I'm going to transfer this to a bowl, guys, because I think I was making, it's not a mess, but I can see it getting there. Okay, so we transferred this to a bowl. I just said first wanted to give you more of an idea what was going on, but again, you're going to mix all your dry ingredients together, so you won't have to do it like that, because I got the basic measurements for you guys, okay? Okay, so we're adding some more black pepper. I like black pepper, I like seasoning. Okay, so now we're just turning it and flipping and, just getting everything together. You can let this marinate at least a minimum of 2 hours. I let it marinate overnight. Okay? So we're adding some more green seasoning. With this green seasoning, you can add it in your rice. You could marinate with it. I add it sometimes to my potato salad when I'm making it, into your fish, your meats, your stews, your rices. Delicious. So I'm giving this baby a nice massage. Okay, and don't be afraid to season your meat. I don't do this every day. I don't, this is once in a blue moon. But regardless, I want my food to be well seasoned. So you can't be afraid to season your food. It's in the salt. Yeah, but you don't want no bland tasting meat either, So I'm adding some more green seasoning. And guys, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. And if you press that notification bell, you will get weekly updates on all of my delicious recipes. Okay, don't forget to share and like. Let everybody know Jackie is cooking. Okay, we're adding some seasoning salt. Again, season your meat. Get that flavor in. Okay, I mean, guys, I'm telling you, this here was fall off the bone, and you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, it was so soft that even the bones were chewable. And the meat, you didn't need a knife. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. You don't need a knife. That's how tender it is. And I'm gonna show you how to achieve that same effect. And what's gonna happen is that you might wanna slap somebody, or somebody might wanna slap you after they taste this. I'm serious, and I'm not trying to gas myself up. But baby, I know my stuff. Let me tell ya. All right, and you know, over time, if there's something you want to do and tweak it, you know, feel free. But try this technique first, and you know, over time, whatever you feel you want to add more of or take away, go ahead. All right. So we're going to let that rest. Okay, I put it in the fridge overnight, and it's now Sunday morning. Ta-da, the magic of TV. And as you can see, it's well marinated. Let me tell you something. The marinade, when I woke up the next day, it just sucked, the meat just sucked up all the marinade. Okay, so you know you're going to have some good tasting ribs. So I put the ribs in a pan. Under it, I put some aluminum foil, okay? And ta-da! Yes, babe, we're going to use some beer, okay? Now, for all you people that don't drink and, you know, I don't know, for whatever reason, everybody has a preference. You could use apple juice. You could add Coke or Pepsi, okay? So we're going to add some beer, and what that's going to do is not only is it going to add tenderness and moistness, but it's going to add so much flavor. Oh my God, this ain't a game. So I added some beer, and of course I drank the rest of it. Okay, so now we're going to seal our ribs in the aluminum foil. Okay, so of course that's going to create a nice steam effect, and the beer is going to be steaming in there. Okay, and now after we seal it in the aluminum foil, we're going to cover it again with a lid. That's just going to create such a compressed steam inside the packet, and that's what's going to cause the meat to be so tender and fall off the bone. Okay, I know some of y'all might have one of these old things, but let me tell you something. Don't laugh at my pan. These are really, really good, okay? Really good. All right, so it's been about an hour and 45 minutes, okay? And, oh my God. And I did this on 350 degrees. And let me tell you, your whole house, oh my God, that with that beer, oh my God, so tender, so tender. We're not even finished yet, mind you. Okay, give you a closer look, and as you can see, that meat is pulling away from the bone, and that's what we want. We are looking for that meat to just fall off that bone, and this is the epitome of meat falling off the bone. You see what I'm saying? I don't even need a knife. You don't need a knife. And I'm just tasting it. Trust me, let me tell you something, it was so good as is. Okay, so what we're going to do, I am going to drain this liquid, okay? And now what we're going to do, we're going to add our barbecue sauce, and we're going to continue baking it and cooking it in the oven, okay? And that's another layer of flavor right there. And we're going to use your favorite barbecue sauce, okay? Okay, so now I drained a lot of that liquid. Now, here's the thing. This was so tender, and I mean really tender, guys. I had to be so careful with how I handled this because I didn't want it to break. You know, I still wanted it to look cute, you know, especially if I'm presenting it on a YouTube channel, okay? So, you know, I had to be very careful with how I did this. So this side right here, we're gonna put our sauce. Don't be afraid to put sauce. I mean, I like a good amount of sauce, but I don't want it like soaking in sauce. You see what I'm saying? And we're up the temperature to about 375. Okay, and what we're gonna do, we're not gonna cover it now. We're gonna put the barbecue sauce on and let it caramelize on the meat. Whoa, so delicious. Okay, we're using your own favorite barbecue sauce. Next time I'll show you how I make barbecue sauce, but I just did not feel like doing it today. I'm being so honest. So I got me some regular barbecue sauce from the supermarket. Mesquite, it was like a mesquite smoke. Couldn't find my brush, so we're using the back of a spoon. Listen, it's not that deep. The point is to get the sauce onto the ribs, incorporate well. You can do it just as well with the back of a spoon, okay? Get that sauce on the bones, get it in the nooks and crannies. And we're gonna pop it in the oven for about, I'm gonna say about 10 to 15 minutes at 375. Okay, I was afraid to go up a little higher because I don't want it to burn. So I kept it at 375, but at the same time when I do it, you would think that when I do this, it's coming out off a grill. And it's just that the temperature and the beautiful caramelization will give it that nice effect, but you just gotta watch it, okay? We're not looking to burn it, but give it that little charness so it could give you that effect that came off the grill. Okay, so use the back of your spoon. Coat your ribs with that. I couldn't find my brush, so coat your ribs with the back of a spoon is fine. Okay. Make sure you're getting them nooks and crannies. Again, the recipe will be in the bottom description. Okay, look at that. See what I'm talking about? You see that little charness? You would think it came off the grill. I love that effect. I love it. Okay? So now this is the tricky part. Again, I was just so afraid with how I would handle this because, again, it's that tender. So now we're going to do a last flip. We're not going to keep flipping it back and forth, okay? So I made sure that on this side it had plenty of sauce. Now when I flip it over, that's when I'm going to coat it with 2 or 3 layers of sauce, okay? Because it's so, I'm telling you. Okay, so this is how I did it. Okay, I took another aluminum foil and I had another similar pan. Okay, so I could have took the rack that I had and put it on it first, but I guess at that time I was a little nervous. I'm like, oh God, I don't want to mess up my ribs, you know, but hey, it worked. So I just flipped it over, okay, and now we're on the other side. And it came, see, just like that. Okay, so now with this side, I am going to give it a nice coating with the back of my spoon of barbecue sauce. Okay, and I am going to do this about I gave it like 2 coatings of barbecue sauce. If you want a little bit more in between every 10 to 15 minute intervals, you can. But 2, I was fine with 2. Okay? And guys, after this video, there is a part 2 to this video, where I'm going to make some delicious rice, and that's going to go with our ribs, and it's some delicious rice and peas, Haitian style. Okay, so we're just coating that well. And again, guys, don't forget to subscribe and press that notification bell so you can get them weekly updates. Share, share, share. Let everybody know about Jackie's cooking, because Jackie's always cooking. Okay. Okay, so now I'm adding my second layer of barbecue sauce. Okay, we're gonna coat that again, put it together for another 10 to 15 minutes, and we in business. Okay, make sure your bones get that sauce too, because I'm letting you know these bones are so soft. And I like to chew on chicken bones and rib bones. I ain't got no shame in my game. I'm keeping it 100% real with you. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all like to do that too, okay? Okay, we're gonna put that back in the oven. Take it out, and there you go. Guys, talking about tender, talking about so good. Oh my God. And you do not need a knife. Trust me, I'm not lying to you. You don't need a knife. Now guys, one thing, if you could find some non-stick aluminum foil, I mean, it didn't stick like that, but you know, look at that. You see how that just came off? I told you. I ain't lying to you. So guys, I'm coming up with a part 2 to our delicious Sunday barbecue rib dinner. Okay, stay tuned.